our ducklings? And good grubbing, y'all. Hey, so if you've seen the wording, we're cooking gumbo tonight. Chicken and sausage gumbo, Duckie style. So hey, let's get into it. So right now, what I have 2 boxes of the chicken broth, 2 boxes of that, and 1 whole gallon of water, and about a 12 quart, yeah, it's about a 12 quart pot. And I got it rolling balling. Y'all come check it out. It's a rolling ball. Okay, so we got that balling. Okay, so what are you gonna need? I have 8 chicken breasts, quartered, seasoned with that Best Stop garlic Cajun seasoning that I like using. I have some diced up onions. I have some green onion. This right here, my friends, is called tasso. This is beef tasso. And we have some chopped up all pork sausages. So we got chicken, beef, and pork going into this gumbo. Alright, also you're going to need some roux. Now the roux I'm using is the Savoy's Real Cajun Old Fashioned roux. Do they have a website? I don't know. I'm going to look and see if they have a website. If they have a website, I'll put it in the description. Now, some people will say, Duckie, that's not authentic. We don't buy roux in a jar. We make our own roux with flour and water and all that. Hey, bro, that's you. Do you. I'm going to do Duckie. Taste is phenomenal. Comes out good. They make a dark roux and they make a light roux. So, while this water is boiling, I'm going to add my roux. And look, y'all, this stuff is pretty thick. And you asking me, Duckie, what is roux? Basically, all it is burnt flour. I mean, look, y'all, it's been in the spoon, so. We want to use about 3/4 of this. 3/4 of this jar, and this is a 16-ounce jar. And we're just about the 3/4 mark. Let's see, one more scoop, we should be at the 3/4 mark. Last little bit right there. So, here we are. We are at the 3/4 mark. Now, what you want to do is, while your roux in there balling and all that, you want to work it. You want to get that roux to melt down real nice. You want it to get to like a chocolatey brown color. So you want to work it like this. And when you have good help, it works. Now you're saying, what's that white stuff, Duckie? Well, that white stuff is some of the salt that comes out of the chicken broth. It's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. We're going to end up with some grease on top, and we're going to strain that grease, that little bit of grease off of there when it gets time for that. So it kind of looks like, you look at it, almost kind of looks like hot chocolate. And you want that chocolatey, you know, not dark chocolate, but you know, chocolate brown color is what you want for your roux. Now, this is not something you do in 20-30 minutes and, oh, it's gumbo. No. This typically, the longer you cook it, the better it is. I usually cook it for about 3 to 4 hours. and then save what's left over. It's even better the next day when you reheat it. I don't know if y'all ever heard that saying before, but trust me, it is true. It is very, very true. Okay. So that roux is nice and broke down. So what are we gonna do next? Next, we're going to add our meats. We're gonna turn this fire down just a little bit. We're gonna add our tasso. And this comes with some strips, almost kind of like beef jerky. I mean, it's kind of like beef jerky a little bit. And I got about 3 strips that I put in there. Now our sausage right here, I have 1, 2, 3. I got 6 links of sausage, and the links are probably about this long. So if you ask me, well, how many pounds? I don't know. That many. That many pounds. 6 links. And then, like I said, this is all pork sausage. And the sausage I'm using, I get it at our local grocery store here in Church Point, Rods. They make pretty good sausage. I think they have a website, them too. I'll link up. I want to say they ship. They might. If not, there is a sausage here in Church Point that does ship. I'll put a link for that. And they make some good sausage, y'all. Very good sausage. So you see the temperature dropped as we're adding all this meat. And this meat's not cold. It's been sitting out for a little while. It's about room temperature. Maybe a little bit colder than room temperature. So we're adding all our meat. Ooh, it's hot. Alright. Like I said, this is 8 chicken breasts. Just cut into quarters. You add all your meat right now. Then we're going to bring it back to a boil. Duckie, that's a lot of meat. Yeah, well, this is a pretty nice sized gumbo we're feeding. We got some people coming over, and we're treating them right. We're gonna treat them right. We're gonna make some potato salad. If y'all never had potato salad with gumbo, if you're not, from around the Louisiana area, or you've never heard of such a thing, potato salad pairs very, very well with gumbo. So, we're going to bring this back up to temp, and we're going to let this start, not a rolling ball, but boiling. And then once it gets to that point, we're going to cut it back down to about medium, to where it's just kind of boiling, but not a hard ball, like a soft ball. And then what you're going to do is you're going to stir it every now and then, okay? And then I'm going to get back to y'all in about 30 minutes, and we're going to add our onions and our green onions. So I'll see you in about 30 minutes. Greetings, Duckie. We came back. All right, so this is the next step. Our gumbo is still heating up. I just turned it down a little bit. So what are we going to do? We're going to add our green onions. We want that to cook in there. Okay. And we're going to add our diced onions. Now, I'm not going to put this at 16 ounces. So I'm going to put about half of this bag. Let's put a little bit more than half. There we go. That's about half. Alright. And then we're going to let that do its thing. We're going to give it a nice little stir. And what's going to happen is it's going to heat up, and the longer we cook it, it's going to break those onions down. It's going to melt them down, you know, and it's going to melt down the green onions also. And everything's just going to become part of the flavor profile for this gumbo. So I'm going to let this go for probably about 4 hours. Well, it's been, well, no, about 3 hours. We've been at this for about an hour now. So I'm going to let it go for about 3.5 hours. I'm going to get back with y'all. It should be done. Should it take a little bit longer, I will let you know exactly how long it took. So I will see y'all in a bit. Welcome back, ducklings. Okay, so it took me right at 3.5 hours. So y'all come see. I want y'all to see the finished product here. Here's our gumbo. Ooh, y'all look at that. All right. So I got me a nice little bowl of rice here. Then we're gonna get us some of this goodness. I want some juice. All right, ducklings. Here we go. Y'all have a look at that. What do y'all think? Y'all have a bite? Ding! All right, I'm gonna take me a bite. Get me a little piece of chicken. But now this is hot. That is so good, y'all. So good, so good. So this will feed probably 10 to 15 people, depending on how much they want to put, how big of a bowl they want to make, or if they want to go back for seconds or thirds, whatever. And also, my wife made us some potato salad to go along with our gumbo, so you know it's gonna be good. So hey, I love y'all. This, like I said, this is how I do it. I don't know how super authentic it is. I'm sure there's people that say it's not as super authentic as, you know, their mama did it, or their uncle does it, or somebody down the bayou does it. You know, this is how I do it. Same result, good tasting, good grubbing food, you know. But hey man, I love y'all. Y'all remember to go to church on Sunday and love on God. And you tell them that Duckie sent you. And hey, I'm gonna see you next video.